Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be going through and ranking every single important, anyway, Hunt for Glory card from worst to best here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's rank some cards. So we're going to start off with Amethyst and up is what we're going to do for this drop, because every card under Amethyst isn't really worth using, but there are actually some good Amethysts in today's drop. So we're going to include those in this ranking, and we're going to go Amethyst and up, which gives us 16 total cards to rank. And yeah, with that being said, the worst of those 16, in my opinion, is this Amethyst Colin Sexton. He's not horrible offensively. He's got good driving layup, good three ball, decent slasher, good ball handle, and he's fast, but he's bad defensively and he's missing defensive badges. Overall, he is, I think, pretty easily the worst of the cards in this drop. Not completely and utterly atrocious in like salary cap, but I do think overall, compared to the rest of this drop, not very good. Also, Diamond Tyrese Halliburton, kind of similar. He's a worse version of his regular pink diamond, which at this point is a bit outdated at the point guard position. 87 three ball, 75 driving dunk. I mean, he's an okay shooter. Defensively, he's not a total liability, but again, not incredibly good badge wise. Only what, 16, 20, 26 total badges actually isn't horrible, but I don't love I don't really love his release. I don't think defensively he's super elite. Like, he's not an atrocious card, but he's certainly not a great one. Next is Jameer Nelson at number 14, who again, not great. 86 driving layup, 91 three ball. Kind of dunks a little, 50 driving dunk, but not much. I mean, he's also 6 foot tall. Honestly, I think I say that this card is actually probably worse than Tyrese. I'm not gonna lie, because Tyrese is at least 6'5". You know what? I just changed my mind. Jameer, you are the 15th worst. Tyrese, you are the 14th worst. Switch those two guys. I think that is the fair way to do this. Next up, another pink diamond in Daryl Dawkins. 6'11" center is an unbelievable size, especially when you only have a 63 ball. Yes, he's a great finisher, but he's also only got 79 speed. You can't really be a non-shooter or a limited shooter and not be a freak athlete, super fast type center. And Daryl Dawkins is not that. At this point, he's just pretty mid. It's not a card I'd recommend running again. I don't think he is particularly great. Now we move on to the cards that I think are actually decent. Like, for example, Naz Reid. I have him at 12, which, I mean, he's the 4th worst card in the set, in my opinion. But honestly, he's not, or sorry, the 5th worst card in the set. But honestly, he's not bad. Like, he's a 6'9" big. He's a little undersized, but he can shoot the three ball well. He's a good dunker all the way around. He's got pretty solid all around defense, good rebounder, solid speed, good vert and strength. Like, overall, not a bad card. 15 total badges, but like, again, really solid big man option. Half break wall and set shot specialist is nice. I honestly think if you can get this card super cheap, which I'm sure you can, one of the best budget cards in the game, in all honesty, at the center position, power forward position, whatever you need. In terms of super cheap cards, he's a solid option if you like are just starting the game. I think Naz Reid, fun salary cap card as well, not horrible, putting him at number 12. Number 11 is going to be Trey Murphy. Actually is coming in at number 11 as well. Another solid card, 17 total badges, post resident set shot specialist. He's got gold dead eye, limitless bailout, break starter, post lockdown, off ball pest, pogo, rebound chaser, brick wall. Missing a lot of important badges for sure. He doesn't have challenger, handles for days, interceptor, immovable, shifty shooter, on ball menace, lightning launch, it's strong handle, paper patrol. Like, he's missing a lot of key badges, and as an amethyst, he can only get what, 3 or 4 badges total. So like, he's not amazing, but again, he's a good salary cap card. He's super athletic, good shooter, has a, I think, pretty decent release as well. And defensively, he's not a total liability. 6'8" at the small forward, like, solid enough card. Not great, but again, good salary cap option. Will get the job done. Next up at number 10 is Marcus Camby. Solid card. I will say, if you need a diamond big man, I'd probably rather personally run Jaren, Sigma, or PJ Brown. That's just because Marcus Camby's jumper is really ugly. But it isn't horrible in terms of speed. He is super athletic with 95 standing and driving dunk. He's an elite level defender on the interior, and he has a very high steal rating, but that 68 perimeter isn't ideal. With that being said, 84 agility that I think does kind of help make up for it. 86 speed as well. I, again, would rather have Jaren for sure, and I think PJ Brown, Jack Sigma probably also slightly better just because of the jumper not being good on Camby and being very good on those cards. But I do think, I mean, 23 total badges, including a lot of decent ones. Like, you add a couple badges to Camby, he's definitely usable. Not a bad card at all. Next is Gallinari, who I do have. I really like this Gallinari card. Now, I have a fully badged one. I know he's only got 3 hoffs, but I did like this card when I used him. I mean, he's pretty good. Like, I'm averaging, in 8 minutes a game, he's averaging 4 points for me. He's shooting over 60% from 3. Like, I like this card. I think he's solid. His jumper's nice. Defensively, he's not a total liability. He's 6'10". I think he's probably better at power forward than he is at small forward, but he can play both. 83 speed and agility isn't great for a wing, and again, only 3 Hoffs, but good shooting Hoffs. And overall, this is obviously including some extra badges on my Gallinari, because I did badge him out originally when I got him because he played on my main team at the time, with a movable on-ball menace, rebound chaser, paper controller, box out beast, to give him more ability at that power forward position. And if you badge him properly for either small forward or power forward, if you badge him for small forward, it'd be slightly different. Like, I'd probably consider putting glove and pick dodger and things like that on him instead. He can be a really solid card. I actually think he's like pretty usable. He's not bad at all. I'm putting him at number 9. Now, number 8. This is going to be the most surprising choice yet. Zion Williamson. He's undersized at small forward at 6'6". That's the first criticism. The badges are awesome. He's got a lot of really good Hall of Fame badges. The problem with Zion, his jumper is not good. It's just not. Stat-wise, he's elite. His SIGs are bad. So honestly, just animations in general aren't good because the jumper isn't good, but neither are the SIGs. He just doesn't dribble well, and he doesn't have a good jumper, and he's only 6'6" at small forward position. The stats are incredible. He's usable, no doubt about it, but I don't think he's going to be as elite as you want him to be because of the jumper, because of those SIGs. Zion is not a bad card, but in my opinion, he's also not a great one. And I think he is probably the 9th or 10th, I guess 8th place card on this. Well, hold on. Is he 8th or 9th? He's 8th place on this list. Number 7, worst card on paper, in my opinion, better animation-wise, especially because I like his jumper more. It's Paul Millsap, who's really good in his own right. I mean, he's a good shooter, good finisher, good post game, 85 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, well-rounded defense, decent rebounder, 87 speed, 88 agility, 86 vert, 93 strength. Has only 9 Hoffs compared to Zion's 18, but he's got Hoff posterizer, rise up, post lockdown. Challenger, immovable, some post-up badges, physical finisher, and a set shot specialist. I really like his jumper. I think it's one of those that I've always liked personally. 27 total badges certainly isn't bad at all. I mean, he's a very nice card. I think he's got pretty much all the key badges you want from him. And if there are any badges he doesn't have, I mean, you add Deadeye, Limitless, Interceptor, handles for days maybe, and shifty shooter, and he's got pretty much everything important. Like, card solid at small forward position, gives you everything you need at a pretty solid level. So I think very, very viable option for sure at small forward. Number 6 is going to be Allen Houston. Elite level shooter, not amazing anywhere else, but he is a good driver. He is a good shot blocker. Not 75 block, 78 interior. He's going to hold his own on the interior. Enough anyway. 89 perimeter, 84 steal, 90 speed, 89 agility, 84 vert, 98 stamina, a little bit low strength at only 73, but not too bad. Elite shooting badges plus Hoff posterizer and handles for days, not too bad there as well. Defensively, he, again, like I said, will hold his own for sure. I think Allen Houston, I had him. I'm sorry, I exchanged him away because he didn't make my team, but he's not bad. Like, he's a viable enough card. I think putting him here at number 6 is fair enough. Number 5, Galaxy Opal, Klay Thompson. Klay is very, very good as a shooter, and he's an elite level defender as well. Problem with Klay is his jumper's still on normal, which takes away a little bit of the value, and he's not a shot creator for himself. He's one of the better 3-and-D cards in my team. He's got incredible shooting and defensive badges, no doubt about it. And stat-wise, I mean, you had 99 3-ball, but only a 75 driving dunk. Amazing defensive stats, especially 90 steal, 98 perimeter. But again, he doesn't really have a ton by shot creation. 89 speed is good, but not game breaking or anything. Like, the card's good. I don't think I'd pay for him personally. You know what I mean? He's not playing over Dr. J or Franz or anybody like that. He's fine, but he needs a jumper on quick to be really, really good. Next up, at number 4, Ja Morant. Ja's problem is he doesn't have SIGs. Everything else is great, besides, I guess, the height. But he's got an elite release. He's got great stats. He's got amazing Hall of Fame badges. I mean, the card is really souped on paper. Problem with Ja, his SIGs are not great. His behind the back isn't great. His escape isn't great. His drag back is, I think, fine, but not great. His dribble style isn't great. Like, he's just not great in those areas. And so he's not really a primary shot creator, despite having the stats and the badges to be one. Is he good? 100%. Is he one of the best cards in today's drop? I do actually think so, despite the fact he's only 6'2". But to me, I think I'd put him number 4. I think that's the fairest spot for him. Number 3, Pink Diamond Pager. This one might be a little bit of a surprise, considering this card is pretty affordable. Definitely the best budget card in today's drop, in my opinion. He's a better version of Gallinari, in my opinion. Incredible shooter with a absolutely top-tier release. Has enough athletic ability with the 80 standing and 80 driving. Defensively, he's pretty good. 85 block, 80 interior, 92 steal at 83 perimeter. 87 speed, 83 agility, 85 vert, 84 strength. Well-rounded card statistically. Maybe not game-changing in any specific area. And yes, he only has 19 total badges as the base card, but his jumper's incredible. High release point, super quick. Has elite shooting badges. And again, yes, he needs some badges added for sure. But he's got a lot of good ones. So let's say you add Challenger, Brick Wall, on-ball menace, paint patroller, and then another badge of your choice, maybe strong handle or glove or something along those lines. Page is going to be pretty darn complete. He's got an elite jumper. He's got great size. He's well-rounded statistically. I think he's a solid card. And number 3 feels fair, honestly. I think Page is good. Number 2, Will Chamberlain. This card's basically Galaxy Opal Kareem. They're pretty much the same. Both of them have low 3 balls. Both of them are dominant in every other way in the center. Wilt has unbelievable animations. I mean, he rebounds literally everything. His animations are godly. The problem with Wilt is very much just the fact that he is not a top tier shooter whatsoever. Jumper isn't great, and he's got a 63 ball, because everything else is really good about the card. But I think he's so good in other areas, just like a guy like Kareem, just like a guy like Dark Matter Shaq. Still makes him a really good card because you can hit wide open with him. You can't just leave him wide open against a good player because they will knock down the shot with him, especially with rhythm shooting. So I think Wilt is a viable enough card. And you know what? He's very, very good. I wouldn't pay his price because of that lack of shooting. But then finally, the number 1 card on this list to me is Dr. J, Julius Erving. The thing about Dr. J is he's literally, even stat and badge wise, not particularly different from his pink diamond. When you compare the pink diamond to the opal, there's just not a huge gap. And that to me is probably the biggest thing about Dr. J is I mean, he's 2.5 mil right now. Why would you ever pay that? You know what I'm saying? He plays exactly the same as Pink Diamond. His Pink Diamond's best shooting guard in the game before today. So is the Dark Matter technically slightly better? Maybe. Same exact animations, not significantly statistical changes. And honestly, a lot of the Pink Diamonds are more badged up than the Dark Matter will be. To me, it's a no-brainer. Why would you pay for Dr. J? Doesn't make any sense that I would anyway. So I will not be paying for him. With that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.